Touchdown, Trojans! A perfect moment of brilliance. And a very good evening to you. I am Griffin Epstein, joining you from Chip Castleberry Stadium in Sebastopol, California, as your Petaluma Trojans take on the Annalee Tigers in a pivotal SCL Varsity Girls Soccer matchup. Annalee comes in undefeated in SCL, 8-0, while the Trojans' only loss of the season, as they're at 7-1, was to the Tigers in a tough 2-1 loss at Lucchese Field earlier this month. Annalee has been dominant this year, 11-1 and 2 overall. So we're underway. The Trojans will win it, but the Trojans are playing fantastic soccer of late, have not lost since that Annalee game 3 weeks ago, and they are playing very confident soccer. They have blown out everyone in their path, pretty much. They had a thriller over Sonoma Valley 2 weeks ago, defeated them 1-0 in overtime, but had a really nice victory on Monday against third-place Sonoma Academy. These teams are clearly the first and second best team in SCL. The Trojans can get a victory here tonight. They are going to be in control for an SCL title. Annalee, with a victory tonight, would have a 2-game lead on everybody and have to feel pretty good about it. But Annalee has had some scoring trouble of late as they turn the ball over there. Really? Okay, wonderful. Annalee, 1-0 against El Molino, 1-0 against Sonoma Valley, 1-0 against Sonoma Academy. Those are their last 3 games, including against El Molino, who's, no disrespect to the Lions, not the best team. So Annalee struggled to score a little bit of late, as you see another turnover there. Be Trojan ball. So they've struggled to score of late, and you wonder the Trojans' defense, which has been fantastic with Clara Garcia in goal for the Trojans, if they can really shut down the Tigers tonight. Not live here, but glad bringing road coverage to you of this huge Varsity Girls soccer match. Petaluma last won the SCL title in 2013. Annalee won it 2 years ago. Trojans get it to Rock out wide, who was big in that first half against the Tigers. Kendra Berry had the goal. She has it now for them. Trojans win up 1-0 in the 60th minute on Berry's goal. They had really controlled that entire game, but it was a letdown in the last 20 minutes, as it'll be Annalee ball. A letdown in the last 20 minutes by the Trojans. Annalee netted 2 goals late, and a crushing defeat for the Trojans in that 2-1 loss. But since then, it feels like the Trojans have been motivated. They were the better team that night, and they couldn't put a W up, and Annalee Trojan ball now, and that was very disappointing to them, and they have used that motivation very well. Mentioned the 1-0 victory in double overtime against Sonoma Valley, but 2-0 against Sonoma Academy on Monday. They just coming off a victory against Pioneer, 6-0, 10-0 over Healdsburg. So we're going to get a throw-in way up. 6-1 over LC Allen, 5-2 over El Molino, 10-0 over Pioneer. Those are all their victories since their loss to Annalee. That was on January 8th. Now we're all the way at the 26th. Tigers trying to get out and run here. It was a good run there. Apologies there. Trojans just send it back in. Easily fielded by the keeper. Sent back out. Trying to get the Tiger roster up for you. Just a moment. It's a one-man crew for you here tonight. Garcia clears it easily. Now it's one and just cleared away by Barrett. Dangerous there. Tigers controlling it early there. Liz Monka, the freshman, almost came in and got what would have been a nice steal. Annalee now will poke it forward with Brown, who had that run earlier. Over the middle. Just had to be cleared away by the Trojans. Barrett knocks it off the Tiger. That was well done by Barrett, but nonetheless, was not good defense overall in that run. Annalee looked like they got a good rhythm there, and Trojans under a little bit of attack here. Honestly, Annalee made some adjustments from that first matchup. Turnover there. Barry lost it. But a nice steal nonetheless. This Trojan team, a lot of experience from last year. A lot of returning players, and yet they still have one senior, so they're going to be great again next year. But it was a struggle, not a struggle last year, but they weren't going to compete as Rocca could not finish. A great run ahead to Melissa Rocca, the speediest player on the Trojans. The best look so far tonight for the Trojans, 5 minutes in. But didn't really ever get a good foot on it. And the goalkeeper, the sophomore Kaya Bazzano for the Tigers, came out and pressured Rocca there. But a good run, and we mentioned Melissa Rocca, big first half. She was never able to score, though, in that loss to the Tigers in the first half, and that felt crucial. If they could have gotten a goal or two in that first half, would have been hard for Annalee to come back. Barrett gets the steal in midfield. Hernandez pokes it back. His Trojan defense has been very good of late. You saw it from the goal records. Only one goal given up since that Annalee game in 8 games. And that was in a blowout 7-1 victory, and the game was long done. A little personal battle there between Good and Alondra Ramirez for the Trojans, another junior, and then the Tigers just clear it away there, out. Played here on this Tiger football field, but multi-use as the Trojans' new Steve Ellison field would be when it's ready. Finished from repairs, still waiting. So the Trojans playing all their home games at Lucchese Field and the East Washington Fields. Trojans 12-3 overall in the season, 7-1 in league. Annalee 8-0, undefeated in league. Sonoma Academy has lost to both Annalee and the Trojans. They're a game back of the Trojans right now, 6-2. Just past the halfway point. And this is the last time these teams are going to face each other unless it's the NCS playoffs. And so they get it ahead to the Captain Barry. These are two of the top teams in NCS Division II this year. Annalee ranked number 1 according to Max Preps, and the Trojans number 3. So who knows? They could be meeting in an NCS championship in early March. That one is just knocked away by the Tigers, and Trojans have to run after it as it was skidding down the track. It's a very quiet night, and it's very chilly as well. I think below 40 degrees. You can see the players' breaths out here. Artificial turf field, though, so not worried about dew or anything like that. Really nice field. Nice conditions that they built this field. Pretty recent as well. Have to say that the end zones do not look as nice as Ellison Field. Now painted purple if you haven't seen it. It's a chance if the field is ready as Barrett wins it, and then pass was not good for Barry. Intercepted by Walcott, who's going to take it forward. It's tipped. And Annalee still got a chance here. Trojans cleared it away. It's good creativity, no doubt there. And now a battle. Dangerously sent. Garcia with the save. Oh my goodness. Clara Garcia with the big save. Elena Hernandez got her right foot on that, and it was just a scramble in the box. It was bounced around, and it fell to the Tiger. Trojans couldn't clear it away properly, and it almost turned into disaster. Annalee has controlled the first 9 minutes of this one. No score. We are 9 minutes in. 31 minutes left to go here in the first half. Again, whiffed, but got back up again. They try to get it to Rocca, but they're going to rule Annalee ball. To be maybe about 50 parents, fans to this one. It's such a pivotal game. It's sort of odd that you have the lack of energy, but it's just who comes out. It's cold. No one too eager to make it out in this cold, even though it's so pivotal. And Annalee has won so many SCL titles of late, it's not as big of a deal for them. Trojan ball, and they inbound it quickly. Rocca slipped, and somehow that was kept in bounds. McGannum, the junior, is going to have to rush way back to get it, and all the way back to her keeper, transfer student Clara Garcia. Garcia, junior as well, but she'll only get her for a year. She's from Spain. Interesting to see the transfer student, but she's been a big impact, already with a big save tonight. She has been very good, only allowing 1 goal since that Annalee game, as we mentioned. But credit to this Trojan defense, they've really been locked down. Monka and Hargrave with the battle there. Well intercepted by Hernandez. It's been a busy day so far for Hargrave for the Tigers. Another run for her. Just cleared out. Zoe Frothinger, only a sophomore, will clear it out. Some underclassmen, big impacts, including Melissa Rocca, who's quite a talent. She's so fast. Don't know if she's doing track, but she is really a speedy player. Trojans again trying to get it up to Rocca. Nothing there. And now numbers for the Tigers. Into Jenkins. Just cleared away. 28 left to go here. No score. From Chip Castleberry Stadium, Sebastopol, California. It's late January, Friday night. Another battle. Just feels like Annalee's developing. Now they've got a good look here. The cross is a little bit too far. Oh, the setup was perfect to Megan Lucas, the junior. She had a great approach. Now the Trojans are going to clear it away. It's McGannum who just boots it out of bounds. But a great opportunity for the Tigers there. Lucas just overshot it, but there was a lot of traffic in the box there. Trojans had multiple defenders on the intended target, Tiger. Trojans just can't get possession right now. It just feels like they're clearing and clearing and clearing. And Annalee is just continue to press. And this almost feels opposite of that game at Lucchese Field where the Trojans were pressing all game. Finally got the goal in the 70th minute. They dropped their intensity. Annalee brought it up to something we hadn't seen all game long, and they put two goals. The Trojans were reeling and lost 2-1. Coach Brittany Briones for the Tigers. Deegan Babala's done a great job with this Trojan squad. Really has built them up. And juniors, you only have one senior on this entire team. You're pretty much going to everyone back last year, and they are already outstanding. It's a party of headers. Well done by Guggenhauer to head it to herself and clear it away. But now the Trojans need to figure out how they can just control this soccer ball. Liz Monka, only a freshman out there. Another speedy forward. They give it up, and now Barry's got it in her. Ahead to Rocca. And it is poked away by Bazzano. Great job by Kaya Bazzano, the keeper. Well, they gave it into the hands of Barry at midfield with numbers, and that is everything the Trojans could ask for in that situation with their talented captain. And she found Rocca, but same time before just overshot it. It's sent in, and now a second shot is never really had a chance. The Trojans, a little bit of good energy. Now can they maintain it and control it is the question here. Intercepted by Guggenhauer. Just can't control it. It feels like Trojans are dealing with a slippery ball. Vaseline on their feet or something. Trying to get it ahead to Jenkins. Well, they've really been trying to get it to Zaida Jenkins, the junior. She's been active. She clears it! And it goes through 2 Tigers who are in perfect position to slot it away. But it goes through unharmed, and the Trojans survive another bullet. And just cleared away. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All the way back to Bazzano, and Tigers will reset, but that was a good-looking run there. Monka intercepts it. Now Barry's got an opportunity. Ahead to Rocca. Oh, she just couldn't get a head on it. And the disadvantage to having Melissa Rocca up there at the forward is she's not the tallest player, the sophomore. And she just couldn't get much on her head. If you get her out running, that's what you want. Trojans are responding a little bit here after a couple close calls, though. Guggenhauer, center mid for the Trojans. Almost ran into the ref. Fernandez knocks it forward. And now Rocca trying to get to it. She had a good battle with number 13 for the Tigers, Claire Brown, last game. So we see a substitution here. Tigers will see Riley Yates, the junior, enter. Much more experienced team for the Tigers. They have a plethora of seniors. 7 seniors. But the Trojans, so many of these players, as they get it ahead to Jenkins, were on the team last year. Barrett's going to run it down. We're on this team last year that they're not lacking for experience, but they didn't show the greatest poise in Lucchese Field 3 weeks ago. 23 and counting left to go here. No score from Chip Castleberry Stadium. It feels almost like the de facto SCL regular season championship game here tonight. If the Trojans win, they'll be in first place, and if they win out, they will be SCL champs, at least If Annalee would lose another game and the Trojans go undefeated, they will be SCL champs alone. It's been 5 years since the Trojans have won an SCL title, and the last year in SCL for both these teams. Before the league realignment next year, Annalee will be in the Super League, and with this quality team, they're going to be in Division I, no doubt about that. Barry. Oh, that's some skill there. She is so special out there. Now the Trojans with another attack. They get it to Rocca. Well played by Charlotte Crysdale, but that's overshot. Barry really aggressive in this one. You know she wants it. She was disappointed as Crysdale tries to send it back in. You know she was disappointed after the Trojans' loss back in Petaluma. And rustiness was a factor in that game as well. The Trojans hadn't played in 3 weeks before that, as again they try to get it to Jenkins. And again it doesn't work, but a good battle. Meganum is fouled. Annalee fans not happy with the call there, but clearly knocked over was Meganum. It's knocked over everybody's head, and that's not... Just want to see better control of that ball. If you're Deegan Babala, you can see sitting right there on the center with the Trojan reserves waiting as well in case they're needed here. And this could be a battle of physicality in the way that neither of these teams score a lot unless they're facing the likes of lowly Healdsburg, and so that, who knows, we could see overtime here tonight. It's going to be a good one. Try to get it to Monka, but totally overshot it. 21:30 left to go here in this first half. 45-minute halves. And that is off Annalee. Trojan ball. Good battle by Zoe Frothinger, the sophomore. Hannah Herman and Tessa Lambert are also captains, along with Kendra Berry, but I think Kendra's really the heart and soul, the leader of the girls in purple. Just headed right back out. Trojans will keep it. Trojans have turned the tide here last couple minutes, and they're starting to get some rhythm in after Annalee had some really good looks. Clark Garcia had to come up big with a big save in the opening 5 minutes for the Trojans. Settling down now, starting to control a little bit more of the ball. Annalie has shown a very high level of intensity in this one, really battling for it, trying to avoid the Trojans keeping it. Oh, a chip ahead to Jenkins. She's offsides, and they will give it to her now. Well, the flag was up right away. Decisiveness by the ref, and nonetheless, it was a good try by Annalie there. They had something going there, but Jenkins just could not hold back. It's Tessa Barrett, central defender. Just sending it long, but Annalie heads it out, so it's like a punt downfield practically. And good battle by Hernandez there. Trojan ball. Some Trojan supporters on the other side of the stands. About 30 fans and parents have come out to support them. Trying to get it ahead to Guggenhauer. And only controls, but it feels like they're now the team on the back foot. Trojans did turn it around a little bit. Annalie came out pretty quickly because of the rust for the Trojans. They hadn't played in 3 weeks, and Annalie played 2 days before, but it was pretty quickly turned around. This was a very quick start by Annalie for 15 minutes, but the Trojans are starting to get much better control, and they're a pretty methodical team. They're not going to be super aggressive getting it down, but they've looked a little bit more aggressive in some ways, and they've maybe sacrificed that for some of the ball possession. Barry's pass deflected, and they're going to call Annalie ball. That was not a good call. Clearly off the Tiger, deflected there. Again, trying to get it to Jenkins. And a wonderful run by Claire Brown, who has been very good tonight. She has been the star. A lot of wins for the Tigers. They lost to powerhouse Maria Carrillo, but they were pretty dominant after that. Victories over Rancho, Santa Rosa, Cardinal Newman, El Molino, as mentioned, ties against Ukiah Windsor as well. And we've seen a lot of trying to get the ball to Zaida Jenkins, who has 3 goals on the season, 2 assists, so she's very active. But Claire Brown, 4 goals, tied for the lead in scoring with a freshman Butler on the Tigers. Again, trying to send it forward, but never really had a shot. Some scooterers are joining the action on the Trojan sideline. Annalie's just looked a little too impatient, so aggressive. I think they've almost rushed it, and they've got some good development, but so they're playing with too much adrenaline out there. Again, they try to get it forward, but it's just way too much. It's a lot of impatience. Don't expect impatience from a team that's only lost 1 all season. They've been so good. But I think they know what they're up against the Trojans. Trojans in purple, Annalie in white. 17:25 left to go here. No score in the almost don't want to call it de facto SCL championship match, but the most important SCL game of the season, and arguably the biggest SCL game in 5 years for the Trojans as they get it ahead to Rocca, and she just could not get around that last defender. Obviously, she's the right wing, but you wonder if you want to push her a little bit farther inside. Annalie's really been trying to force her outside, and it's been hard for her to get back into the box. Jenkins coming way back to get it. Now Annalie trying to set up the set, but you can't really head the ball to nobody's land. That was what Jenna Copeland was trying to do there. Monka runs it down, and she had Sydney Dennis down the left flank in those bright orange cleats in a really good spot. Couldn't get it to her, though. Dennis, an outstanding player, and yet she does not get a lot of playing time out there. She is someone that can absolutely score. What an athlete she is. She won SCL in the hurdles, I think 100-meter hurdles as a sophomore. She steals it away with ease, but battled back by Megan Lucas. Ahead to Zaida Jenkins again, but Hernandez got it. Now the Trojans try to control again. 15 minutes left to go here. Trojans' best look. Well, had a couple all right looks to Rocca out wide, but just been able to develop it. Foul on the Tigers. Trojans will get a free kick right at midfield. Two refs reffing tonight, the main ref and then a sideline ref as well. They're all bundled up for this cold evening. Trojans send it in over everyone. And now pulled down. No call. And blocked. What an opportunity there for the Trojans. Cleared just away. Now the Tigers are the ones clearing it. Barrett's going to come way back. Jenkins with a very aggressive move. Couldn't do it. Barrett sends it forward looking for Dennis over her head. Couldn't get the camera quick enough there. Good run, though. Monka was in the area, though. She was the one that got that shot off. But Annalie got in front of it and blocked it. If that one had gone past the defenders, I don't know if Pisano would have been able to stop it. Huge for the confidence and the ebbs and flows in the cat and mouse game we've seen for both teams. Whoever can strike first. These teams are really pretty even. It's been fun to watch. If you missed that first game between the Trojans and Annalie, it was an exciting one even though the Trojans fell. It is full game on our YouTube channel, Trojan Media. You can check out all of our other sporting events up there as well. Monday night, Varsity boys basketball team has a huge game against Piner. And tips at 7:30. We'll be live from the PHS gym. Do not miss that. That is going to be huge. Trojans, a game back in SCL. Including from Piner, though Piner's playing Healdsburg. That's the battle of first-place teams tonight, so that's huge towards the situation for the Trojans. But they're back in control of their own destiny. Oh, and an ambitious attempt there by Lauren Hazel, the junior. That was blocked. I've seen a lot from Hazel so far tonight. Well, so you've seen a lot of aggressiveness from both sides. Both sides are really quite eager out there. They know the importance of this one and maybe feel the nerves a little bit as well. Barrett comes out. Well intercepted by Guggenhauer. She has to use the ref. Was a defender there as well. And then was looking for Barry. And that was one defender away from Barry alone with the keeper. And that is how she scored her goal in the 60th minute to take the lead against the Tigers. That was just mishandled there by Yates. A forward, and Rocca with a good run there. And again, Coach Babala yelling them to fall in. Rocca runs it down, trying to box out the two Tiger defenders, and she gets it off Annalie. Great battle by this. She's might be small, but she's quite mighty. Melissa Rocca out there. Only a sophomore. She's going to be a star on this Trojan soccer program. She really already is. A throw in now for the Trojans. 12 minutes and counting left here in the first half. Still no score. Just popped up dangerously. That was not fun at all for Kaja Bazzano. That ball was in the air, I think, for about 5 seconds. And it almost was in the perfect position to go right over her head. But she was able to jump up and get it. Keep her momentum, and then they try to get it to Jenkins. But again, the pass is too far. Zaida Jenkins has been a focal point tonight here for the Tigers, but they have not been able to connect with her. And again, very similar. The Trojans' focal point was Melissa Rocca in their game, Lucchese, but Trojans weren't able to ever connect with her. Now, she really went away in the second half because the Trojans realized that just was not going to work. Another turnover. Monka with a great battle. She's only a freshman out there. Probably biggest sporting game of her life. Barry battling with Megan Lucas, and Lucas now clears it away, but a good battle. She gets the supporters here approval on this chilly Friday night. Oh, Barry's knocked down. Thank you. I wonder about a yellow there. That was not. No yellow, and Barry is squirming on the ground. She is in some serious pain right now. I mean, should have been a yellow from my very unbiased view. Riley Yates really just sort of just kicked her sort of haphazardly. The play that was already gone. That's the definition of a yellow card if you ask me, but we'll just get the foul, and you hope that the captain for the Trojans is all right. Kendra Berry, leading goal scorer for the Trojans, the junior, and that limp is not a good sign. It's a good sign she's able to walk and run off, but the Trojans are probably going to get a sub in for now. She can sub back in later, but Trojans need her out there, no doubt about that. Coach Babala checking on her. He knows how important she is. So Trojans will see Hernandez, who was out there earlier, re-enter. And now the Trojans will get a free kick here from a rather dangerous position. Sent in! And headed out. It's still loose. And that one never had a chance. Good effort, though. That was a beautiful free kick spiraling in, and it was who could go up and get it. The Tigers won it there, but absolutely a strong opportunity for the Trojans. Charlotte Crysdale was the one who took that shot, but never really had a chance. Gotta be patient here. It's a long game. Still 9 minutes left in the first half. A goal will change everything and really change the ebbs and flows of how these teams are going to play. It was Annalee domination for the first 10 minutes. Foul on the Tigers. Trojans turned it around, really got some momentum, and it's been a little bit on the Trojan side here, but feels a little bit more even, which is what we expected. You go through that feeling out process, and feels like this isn't going to be totally controlled by one team, but this has been in the Trojan end for these last 10 minutes, no doubt about it. Crysdale, the junior, sends it in and over. Well, it's been fun for Kaya Bazzano in goal tonight. She's had a lot more action, really. A lot of stuff fired at her. That one went over. Another one was just sort of popped up to her and almost snuck in under the crossbar before she snared it. And sent too far. And looked like the Trojans should have controlled it, but Tessa Barrett, not a good pass there. Was too far ahead of the sophomore Zoe Frothinger. Lucas to throw it in. Trojans done a great job on Zaida Jenkins. And again, they try to go for her. Dangerous! Oh my goodness, there. That was almost, apology for the camera work, almost a disaster there. A ricochet, and it fell to Garcia, but a great look for Annalee there, and it was well developed. The pass was behind Jenkins, but it got to Houseman. Oh, just fired in. Annalee happy about that. That never really had a chance. Clara Garcia's too good for that, but Annalee supporters feeling confident about it nonetheless. Crysdale battling, and again ahead. McGannum's got to get there, except that the offsides was called, so it's not going to matter. That was Copeland on the run. And you've seen Amanda Rocca, number 21, battling back on the defense. Yes, they are twin sisters, Melissa and Amanda Rocca. One offensive, one defensive, and obviously an interesting dynamic to have two sisters on the same team. Free kick here for Annalee. It deflects dangerously, and that was Rocca. Melissa Rocca well handled. Dennis tried to go on a rug, but Megan Lucas came back, sent forward. Monka decides to keep it in. A smart decision by the freshman, who's really ahead of her years. Credit to really the club teams. I know North Coast FC and the programs that have developed some of these young players. Try to get it to Rocco. You could hear calling for it on this echoey night. Well defended. Again, ahead to Jenkins. 3 goals, and Annalee wants her to have some, but she just hasn't been able to do it. And I believe Kendra Berry is getting ready to come back in. Indeed, she is at the next whistle, so that is good news. Well handled by Barrett, and then Jenkins almost came in, and now she just clears it. Annalee with some momentum here. Can the Trojan forwards counter that? 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Liz Monka, a diving effort to try to keep it in. Instead, she sends it to the Annalee bench. This one has been fun so far. Good battle. Both teams have been really aggressive. It's not been sitting back and relaxing. You don't expect it to be. Key deflection there. Jenkins had a little bit of room and then lost by Lucas. Good deflection by Melissa Rocca again to avoid that becoming very dangerous. Clark Garcia's played well. Here is the substitution. Kendra Berry is back in, and that's big. A little bit of a limp, I would say, that it's the right leg, but I think she'll make it all right. Hazel comes out. Dennis battling. Very well battled. Now Barry's going to get it. Centered. Rocca battling. Boy, she's been right there. Rocca just can't win the ball when she needs to. Hausman. Outstanding. Barrett just pops it up. She's been really good defensively. Tessa Barrett has been under attack tonight. One of the captains on the Trojans, and she has handled it very well. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. No score. Annalee 8-0 in SCL. Trojans 7-1, and the Trojans only lost a 2-1 defeat to Annalee at the beginning of this month. First Friday of January, now we're in the final Friday of January. Second half of this SCL season. And out on the Tigers, out there when Erden was trying to knock it forward. I'm sorry, that was Amanda Rocca. Oh! Wow. Again to Jenkins. Smart, though, decision by Clara Garcia to come out, and Jenkins couldn't get anything going there, but it's going to be out on the Trojans, a little bit of a deflection. And Annalee has picked up their intensity here in these last couple minutes. First corner of the game for either team. Headed out, and the Trojans with strong defense inside, crowding the box, sent back over. Barrett has been spectacular tonight defensively. And won by Kendra Berry. Now she's got numbers. Annalee in distress here. Oh, no. Oh, my. That was not what you wanted. Monka battling well. Trojans had numbers there. Berry, I don't even know where she was trying to pass the ball. Some Trojan supporters, I think, have come out this evening. Oh, that's the varsity wrestling team. Well, we might grab some interviews at halftime, I think. And we might have to interview a very vocal Annalee supporter. I know is very knowledgeable. Color commentator. They're very knowledgeable about this Tigers squad. It's been a lively night here. Varsity wrestling team undefeated SCL in first place, trying to win back-to-back SCL titles, and we'll be live next Wednesday night as they host Annalee. Speaking of the Tigers in senior night, honoring their 3 seniors. Crysdale. Try to get it ahead to Rocca. That was dangerous there because that ball was trickling so slowly. Bisagno didn't want to come out and kick it. I guess she's not confident with her foot, the sophomore, and had to wait to field it. Another aggressive kick here. 2 minutes to go here. Both teams trying to press here at the end. Knocked forward. And run down. And quickly cleared. That was Nicolette Starkey there, who just entered. Now it's out. It's going to be a Annalee. No Trojan ball. Great there by Starkey. Annalee got a good look. It was believe Hargrave in there on the flank and had numbers. Trojans have been in some sticky situations tonight defensively, but they've been able to handle them with ease. They're a poised team. I don't know where that one was going. Frothinger will get a throw in here. 2 minutes to go here. The clock has gotten stuck. Not sure what that means. Barrett ahead. Now Charlotte Kreisdale. Sophomores played well. Guggenhauer. Rocca calling for it again. She finally wins one. Now back to Barry. Something developing here. Barry, whoa, she almost got through 3 Tiger defenders there. What a move by Kendra Barry. She was 1 away from being alone on goal. Starkey mishandles that dangerously. Barrett's going to come back and get it. And I know Nicolette Starkey does enjoy watching some of my broadcasts. I do apologize if I say anything too critical as Barrett almost loses it. Some frantic moments here. The end of the first half, no score. Guggenhauer ahead to Sydney Dennis, who's gotten some good looks. And then some miscommunication. Rocca's going to have to race after it. No one has better speed on this field than sophomore Melissa Rocca. Can't keep it in there. Annalie Ball. Trojans ranked 310th in the state. 3rd in NCS Division 2 according to Max Preps. Annalie's number 1, but these teams are clearly even. We've reached 1 half here. The score, Annalie Tigers 0, Petaluma Trojans 0. Well, we might have some interviews before the start of the second half, so stay right here.
We're here with 2 Trojan supporters who made it out on this chilly night for this big game. Why do you guys decide to come out tonight?
I've got a family member on the team.
Who is that?
My exchange student, Clara.
Well, the goalkeeper, she came up with a big save already tonight. She's been playing well, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
What is her, what's it like housing an exchange student, having her be a big part of a sports team? Sort of an interesting dynamic.
It is. She makes a lot. It's great because she makes friends on the team. And, I get to experience a new, group of people because I don't play any sports.
And Abby, you're also out here supporting the team. You decided to make this long trek out here?
Well, we're going to Tahoe, so we got to come here first. But, we also came to support, Trojans.
And varsity wrestling team's making their way over as well. And what have you guys seen here in this first half? This is a really competitive game. What do you think the Trojans need to do to pull this out?
They need to, get it together on their defense and, pull through.
Run fast, and make some goals.
Teamwork.
Kick it.
Do you guys do any extracurriculars that we should talk about quickly?
Badminton.
Badminton.
Oh, are you guys on the badminton team?
Yeah.
Well, I've never interviewed badminton players before, so now I can say I can.
Interview us.
And the badminton team, I know they're pretty young last year, but you guys are developing now. What are you guys' expectations on the season?
We're going to kick butt.
Yeah, we're a pretty solid team already.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of new players coming out.
A lot of teamwork. There's a lot of unity.
Friendships.
What in badminton, maybe not the sport everyone knows about, what do you guys really work on to try to improve and get more wins?
We run a lot. There's a lot of running. You don't think there's a lot of running. A lot of arm strength, leg strength, core strength.
There's a lot of partnerships, too. You have to
Yeah.
play doubles with people that you don't really know that well.
Mm-hmm.
So, get to know new people.
Well, we are definitely looking to covering the badminton team. Should be an exciting season. Thank you guys so much. Got Daniel Carly, Connor Pedersen, Max Shattuck, and Dom Butts all here, all on the varsity wrestling team. What is that feeling like that you guys are dominating?
It's awesome. There's no other feeling like that in the world, all right? We know we're going to go out there and beat the bleep out of them every week.
Yep. And you guys maybe have some postseason aspirations. What are those as you look to NCS?
NCS duels.
Right.
All right, right now we've gone 1 and 2 there the last 2 years. So advancing.
We're going to state.
Advancing farther into the tournament is definitely our goals for this year, and then hopefully
Bring home a pennant.
we go there. We're definitely bringing home a pennant. All right,
At the SCL
that's gonna happen. Mark my words on that. And personally, I'm aiming for top 3 in sections right now. All right. Should be like ranked like I might seeded like 5th, maybe 6th. So I gotta break some brackets.
Yeah. So right now
gonna be a
I'm
fun
seeded
time.
number 2 in NCS.
No, you're not.
I'm looking to go to state. I'm looking to place at state, maybe top 3. Hopefully I get into the finals match, but we'll see how it goes.
It's in Bakersfield in a big arena, I think. This is big time there.
Big time, no time, right? I mean, there's no time like today.
And the team has really looking like back-to-back SCL titles, hadn't won in 13 years. How have you guys been able to build this dynasty? Well, last year was the first time in 13 years. How have you guys been able to build this dynasty that's now really dominant?
Definitely numbers and team chemistry. Team chemistry is definitely a big part of our team.
We've been the same group of guys since 7th grade, so we've kind of bonded since then until now. Yeah.
And turning away from wrestling, you guys are out here supporting the varsity girls soccer team in this big game. What was your guys' motivation to come out here?
Varsity captain Hannah Herman. That's why we're out
Number
here.
15 on the field, number 1 in our hearts.
And your thoughts on the game so far? They lost to Annalee 2-1. That's their only loss on the season. Annalee's undefeated. This one is pivotal. They're trying to win an SCL title just like you guys. What do you think they need to do in the second half to pull out a victory?
Put 15 on the field. Put 15 on the field.
15 on the field. Hannah's gonna shoot the goal
We need to communicate.
into the ball.
Communicate and keep passing the ball. That's how you win games.
Thanks, guys. Oh, that was the varsity wrestling team, and they've had so much success. It's really great to see a team with so many great guys. This junior class has been remarkable. The numbers, they've just been dominant out there. They work so hard out there. They're really humble about it. They just expect to win, but especially Connor Patterson, one of the team captains, he is going to go far. They're doing very, very well. The wrestling team is getting whistled away. Now, as we are about to start the second half here, can the Trojans pull out a victory? We're tied at 0, and we are underway here, the second half of this huge matchup. Thank you to varsity wrestlers along with Abby and Penny for the halftime interviews. Those were a lot of fun. And now the varsity wrestling team looking like they're in control for an SCL title. Varsity girls basketball team undefeated, a 2-game lead in SCL. They have a huge one against Annalee week from tomorrow. We could have 4 teams, 4 of the 5 winter sports teams win an SCL title. It's not out of the question. Varsity boys basketball team, it would be a surprise if they win out, I think, but they are absolutely capable of it. The talent is there. Meanwhile, Annalee here has a corner kick to open the second half. At least 40 more minutes, but potentially we could go to 2 15-minute periods of overtime. It's a golden goal in overtime. If they go through 2 overtimes, they would tie, which would not be good for the Trojans. Sent in dangerously, and Barrett clears it away. Oh, my. That was a fantastic opportunity, and Annalee has really mounted some good corner kicks and had some good chances. Barry just wins it. That was sloppy. Again, Kendra Barry, I don't think that injury that was nagging her a little in the first half, causing too many issues now. Coach for the Tigers, Coach Briones, did a lot of yelling in that second half at Lucchese Field. He's starting to yell again. Lucas gets it forward. McGannum clears it, but Annalee's the team fastest out of the gates here. Hannah Herman also one of those captains on the team. 3 captains, Tessa Lambert, Hannah Herman, and Kendra Berry. Seen a lot from Herman. Knock forward. Won by Charlotte Crysdale, trying to get it to Rucka. It did not work out. Trojan throw in. Rocket down the wing. Trojans tried a little bit, couldn't get her really involved, but now she gets it to Barry, and they have something going here. And then cleared and kept in play. Frothenberger does a good job. Now Monka. Couldn't get anything going. Back over the middle of the field. Gogenhauer will get there. Great run by Francis Gogenhauer. And poked back. That was Herman there. She's in the middle getting more playing time now that the varsity wrestlers talked about her. maybe they're controlling Coach Babala's decision on players, but that one was sent in by Kendra Berry, never had a chance, and sent back out. Tessa Lambert has been spectacular tonight defensively. She's been with every ball, getting to it. Saw it again. She might need to be called out again, but well done by Amanda Rocca to get in there, and then again to Jenkins. And now poked back and lost out. And Garcia actually ran it down before it went out. Rocca again calling for it. Apologies for the camera work here. Did not have a lot of time to get up here after those extended halftime interviews. It's not a very loud night here at Chip Castleberry Stadium, but it has been fun to watch these two teams go at it. And they've really been so even. Some Trojan supporters coming out. Annalee supporters have been vocal all night long. 35 minutes. Still no score here, and Annalee ball. Butler unable to control it. Annalee marching forward, trying to be the aggressor here, but no team has really maintained a lot of success for long periods of the game. Very different than the game at Lucchese Field. The Trojans are used to dominance. The way they've been doing it is they get it to Maka. Maka has won the run. Can she keep it in? She can, but it crosses unharmed. Maka wins it again. Dangerous to Rocca. She was shoved. No call. That was Megan Lucas battling with Rocca there. This one has been pretty physical, and you'll expect that to continue here in this second half. Fog is starting to descend on this field. It's gotten colder and colder. That's what you get when you play soccer in January, but now boys and girls soccer teams both playing in January. Girls moved to the winter, first time this year. Guggenhauer battling, won by Claire Brown, who had a really, that surge by Annalee, probably the longest surge we've seen by anybody, was in those first 10 minutes, and Claire Brown was leading it. Now she's leading a charge downfield, getting around, and centering it across, and if that Tiger there can't get a number as Maka dives in like Superwoman to clear it away there. She came out of nowhere. Oh, she was worried about that one. Wow. Well, Annalee centered it, had a good look. I could not get the number on the Tiger, but if that Tiger had been closer to the goal and that pass a little bit more on target, it would have been an easy goal because Clara Garcia had to come all the way back over from the other side to get it. And the corner sent across, untamed.
Apologize that, a couple audio issues, but they have now been resolved. We should be smooth sailing through the rest of the evening. But the Tigers once again with a strong chance there. Got another corner. Got another good look, but a header went awry over the bar. But the Tigers are going to keep possession here. They're a little bit in control, it feels like, in the second half. It's coming a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more confident. They've tried to get it to Maka. They already got her once. She has such great speed, but really good defense there by Hausman to really just box her out. Trojan ball. 30 minutes to go here in regulation. Petaluma Varsity girls soccer team taking on the Annalee Tigers. First and second, respectively, in SCL. Annalee 8-0, Trojans 7-1. The Trojans have had a fantastic season overall. Victories in non-league play against American Canyon. They won the Ukiah tournament with an impressive victory in the championship game over Cardinal Newman. Oh, a deflection there that went lucky. Annalee still got something going here. They've gone a little bit away from Zaida Jenkins as the Tigers. Not a surprise considering their struggles. Barrett rushes up and gets to it. See the tentativeness there. The Trojans can't find anything. They're under attack. They just clear it up. Monka trying to get it to Rocca. Liz Monka is just diving everywhere on the field right now. Are they going to call foul on Annalee? Yes. Well, if you start diving everywhere on the field, it's absolutely going to help the ref if you're flailing yourself around whether it is a foul or not. And Monka has the brain and the effort of a star upperclassman, not a freshman out there. You wouldn't expect that if you meet her. She's pretty quiet overall. Much more of a timid freshman, but not on the soccer field. Sat forward. This is a race here between Butler and the sister Rocca, not Melissa, but Amanda. But Amanda's pretty fast, too, and she won that. Trojan ball. Under 30. Still no score here. If there is no score at the end of this one, again, we would go to overtime. Oh, beautiful passing by the Tigers. Now Claire Brown's got rhythm, and she's the leading scorer for the Tigers. That's who they want with it, but the Trojans just force her outside. And now settled down. Jenkins! She couldn't get a head on it. Well, she did get a head on it, but it wasn't a good head on it. Off the side of her head, and that barely even goes out for a goal kick. It was so far off. Nonetheless, that was the look and the build-up you want for the Tigers, and that's about the fourth time here in this half. The build-up has been perfect. The execution hasn't been there. And Clara Garcia's in net, too, and that's not easy to get by her. Just one goal allowed in the last 3 weeks. That is in 7 games. One goal allowed in 7 games. She has been so good. But the Tigers keeper, who we've seen had some testy moments as well, she's a pretty good keeper in her own right. Bizarro, 13 games, 10 shutouts, 11 wins. She's been starting goalkeeper every game, and she has helped the Tigers when they haven't been able to score. And once again tonight, it's been a scoring struggle here. It's ruled a free kick for the Trojans at about the 30-yard line. Obviously no yard lines, but they can use them as a guide here in soccer as they're played on the football field. Crysdale ahead. That stays in. And now a run. Muganum trying to run it down, battling there with Jenna Copeland. But Annalee ball. Tigers have really tried to press it down the wings in their build-up. They haven't looked down the midfield, which is so strong with Tessa Barrett, Frances Gogenhauer, Nicolette Starkey, the defenders in the middle, but down the wings, you've seen a little bit more susceptibility for the Trojans. And it stays Annalee ball here. They have been the aggressor, especially these last 5 minutes. Maybe their strongest surge of this game. And see if the Trojans can answer here. They have not really developed anything here in the second half besides one good Liz Monka run, who's really playing well out there right now. And the Trojans pull out a defining victory, and Garcia can't handle it, and she picks it up. Oh no. Well, that would have not been a nice way for the Trojans to allow their first goal. Clara Garcia and Muganum could not agree on who wanted the ball. Foul on Annalee outrages the Tigers spectators. But back to that adventure, it was just sort of crossed in. Garcia should have landed on it, but she wasn't quite sure, and the chemistry might not be perfect her first year in this country. Nonetheless, she's clearly developed. Trojans were trying to get it to rock across the field. That's hard. Wonderful move. Ahead to Barry. Can she handle it? She cannot finish. Oh, my goodness. Kendra Berry had the opportunity of a lifetime there. Absolutely where the Trojans want it. All alone, one-on-one with the keeper, but she really bobbled it at first. Now just fired and bobbled. Kaya Bajano is suddenly getting a lot of action after she didn't touch the ball in this half. And suddenly, the Trojans with a little bit of a surge. Bajano comes out of the box to clear it. Hernandez can't control it. And then a deflection was almost brilliant, controlled by Maisie Butler, and then it's just cleared away by Rocca. What an opportunity there. Oh. Trojan ball. 24 minutes left to go here. We're getting a substitution. Hernandez in. She played well in that first half for the Trojans. They like to get more good production from her. See if the Trojans can continue this good surge here. Blocked. It was Hazel trying to knock it forward. Now Annalee the run the other way. Trojans get back quickly. Centered back. And an opportunity there for Jenkins. Again. Bumping. Oh, this has turned physical. The refs have not called a lot tonight. But that is the man of the game, similar to basketball, where if they're gonna call it loosely, they're gonna call it tightly. They've called it loosely tonight, and that's you adapt as a player. Wonderful pass ahead to Hazel. Lauren Hazel somehow won it through two Tiger defenders. It's a 3-on-3 here. It's tipped. Hazel comes back. And now the Tigers are going to get some defenders back here. Back to Kendra Berry. Had the opportunity to score. The chip, I think Rocca was trying to knock it along, but it was a little too tall. And Trojans get it. Deegan Babala shouting for the Trojans to keep the ball. I think he felt it was a little too impatient. And right now you want the Trojans to keep possession because they have turned the momentum after they struggled in the first 15 minutes of this half. They've had some fantastic opportunities. That is sent way too far for anybody. A poor effort by Butler. And this night turning late here and still no goals. The goal that will score could be memorable as this is the one. Oh, an interesting decision by Jenkins to send it out. Annalee resets, and there's no go there. Rocca's going to come back and win this one. Well, at least she won it momentarily. Now Rocca coming way out of position. Annalee now tried to send it in. Never really had a chance. But it was Sydney Hargrave. Oh, this has turned into a high-intensity game really on both sides right now. Saw the Trojans with some good chances. Annalee quickly counters. That's everything you want to see. You're going to see some more substitutions, and they're going to come more often as we get later in this one. Nicolette Starkey's been in and out a lot today. She's back in. Mugannon is out, and that defense is getting stretched right now. They're getting stressed, and tired, and Coach Babal is going to use his deep squad to its fullest. Ken trying to get it into Jenkins, and again, Clara Garcia is there. She has had, well, a lot of action tonight, more than you'd like, but more than you expect in a 0-0 game, really, for both keepers. This is not 0-0 due to lack of aggressiveness or creativity. That was lack of judgment there. Elena Hernandez. Annalee again winning at midfield here. They've won a lot of those balls from the free kicks from Garcia, and that's been a little bit of a weakness. Those goal kicks from Garcia. Rocca falls, and they do call that. Well, they've called it so loosely. It was, you wouldn't want it. And head coach Brittany Briones saying, Trojans are flopping. We saw Monka has got it on the grass a lot. I think Rocca was pushed there. They haven't called that all night, which is, I understand the frustration there with the Annalee coaches. 20-minute mark. Trojan ball. And then another substitution. Sydney Dennis will enter, and out goes Liz Monka, who she must be exhausted. She has been all over the pitch. Hernandez couldn't get to it. Tigers with a little bit of numbers here. Pivotal game. Sonoma Academy, strong team, but Trojans dismissed them 2-0 up in Santa Rosa on Monday night. Annalee beat them 1-0 last week, and it's a strong Coyotes team, but they played in NCL last year. Maybe not completely used to the high level competition of the Trojans and the Tigers, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to beat them. Sonoma Valley, good team. You're defending champions as Annalee gets a great chance there. It was just deflected. Another chance. Hausman, it just deflects, and Garcia gets to it right before Harris got there. I'm sorry, Copeland got there. Wow. Well, everyone is holding their breath now. So many great opportunities. The steal there. Out. Trojan ball. Well, stay Trojan ball. 18 minutes. No score. This has been a good one. Thank you for joining us here. If you like this video, feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Whenever we go live, and we got plenty of live streams still to go, you get an email. Highly advise it. As mentioned, Varsity Boys basketball team live on Monday, and then the wrestling team's senior night on Wednesday against Annalee. And then the week after, senior nights for both the Varsity Boys and Varsity Girls basketball team. Varsity Girls basketball team, that game could be to close out an SCL title against Sonoma. That will be Tuesday, a week from Tuesday. Wonderful battle by Amanda Rocca, who was right with her sister, Melissa. Just can't keep it, and it feels like they've been under a little bit more duress, and it has to be a little bit more stressful. They've really handled themselves well. Clark Garcia has handled themselves well. There's the announcer's jink. Muganum just practically megged herself. Or, I'm sorry, Starkey megged herself, but the Trojans survive that, and I'm not sure what they're calling here. Jenkins is limping. She's going to have to come out. That's big. Jenkins has been a focal point, and she's got the brace on that right knee. She looks a little bit injured. After the injury, very dangerous. It deflects. There's an offsides. Flag up. Well, it's just more deflections, more intrigue, more danger. It feels like there's no more game plans out there. It's just who can do what, as Crysdale was broken free over the middle of the field. The Trojans threw it in so quickly, wasn't even prepared for it. Good battle by Hazel. Hernandez. 15 minutes, and the nerves are going to start to come in now for both teams. They know the importance. Arguably the biggest game for Petaluma Varsity Girls Soccer in 5 years. Tigers did not win FCL last year, trying to win it in their last year, and they are a special team, no doubt about it. A loss tonight might ruin their chances. Trying to get it here with Butler. Little and speedy like Rocca. They're not going to call a foul from behind there, and I'm no anger there, but there was definitely some contact. But the Tigers just sent it forward. Couldn't get anything going. Hannah Herman is re-entering, and you might hear the Varsity Wrestling is fan base #1 for the junior. One of the junior captains, junior midfielder. Another goal kick, and the Tigers continue to win that. That's going to be something to work on here as they progress. Hasn't been good tonight. Hazel Well, try to get it to Rocca. That one never really had a chance. It's going to be cleared away. And just went through about 1 million players. Hernandez almost won it. Barrett knocks it down. It still falls to Copeland. She has to get through 3 Trojans. We almost saw Kendra Berry do that earlier, but couldn't. Really, the best opportunity of the night was Kendra Berry, all alone, one-on-one with Kaja Bazzano, the Tigers keeper. It was a perfect pass. She stayed onside, but key was probably she bobbled it. She bobbled it real early, and it seemed like it almost panicked her. This was about 15 minutes ago. And she did settle down. She had plenty of time, but she just didn't get a good foot on it. It was right at Bazzano. It was really an easy save. And Kendra Berry can just... The leading goal scorer on the Trojans, can put a better shot up, but looked like she felt the moment there after it almost caused a little bit of panic with that bobble. The best opportunity, though, Annalie has had just so many loose balls and deflections where 1 foot is on it and it is in the back of the net. And they have had more chances tonight, but it's been pretty even. Trojans were the better team back at Petaluma, and they still lost. Tonight, this has been an even one. Annalie's had control, I would say, a little bit more, but it has been good play by both sides. And now we're going to get a conversation here with the head referee, with Coach Briones for the Tigers, who has not been happy with the reffing of late. So the Trojans will get a little rest here, and I think they're okay with that. Both teams, it has been grueling. It has been hard out there. It's cold, foggy, but this match is pivotal for both sides in this season. Amanda Rocca getting ready to throw it in. Only a sophomore out there, but the Rocca sisters are fantastic. We're going to get a substitution here. Alondra Hernandez out, and Frances Gogenhauer, the junior, in. There is Gogenhauer. Hazel won it, and then just knocked out again, so we'll do it all over again. Under 12 to go here. Approaching the 80th minute, and still no goals on either side. About pretty much as close as we can get on both sides. No posts, though. Again, we'll go to overtime. Also, stay tuned after the game. We're going to get interviews with stars of the game. And if the Trojans can win, they are going to be delighted. If they're going to lose, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Oh, Barry just couldn't handle it. And she wasn't trying to flick it there. She was trying to settle it down. But the hot potato went right off her right cleat. Good ball movement. Trojans need to stay patient here. Instead, they go for it all. I just don't know about going to Rocca right there. We've got to use her in the right moment, and it's hard because she's so fast, and she can really do anything. But at points, the Trojans just get too excited about Melissa Rocca outside and knowing her speed and knowing her talent, and they just rush it a little bit. Her sister Amanda clears it forward. Barry trying to control it to herself. Somehow she did continue to control it, but tried to cross it over to Hannah Herman. Never had a chance. Goal kick for the Tigers. The Crickets are out here tonight. Fog settling on Sebastopol, just minutes away from downtown Sebastopol, this beautiful Cliff Castleberry Stadium, and the Trojans are building a masterpiece of their own. Foul on the Trojans. Trojans are building a masterpiece of their own, and if the Trojans make NCS, there's a possibility, a slim possibility, that the Trojans could go get a home game at Ellison Field in the NCS playoffs, which could be special. And they could have a couple home games. Max Press projecting them as a 3 seed out of 16 teams. Annalie projected as the 1 if they win tonight. Who knows? Maybe they're 1. They played with so much confidence, but Annalie has matched it all tonight. These teams have been so even, and it's going to come down to one moment here. In these final 10 minutes or overtime, that is going to decide this one and dictate how everyone feels about this match. Sometimes it's a shame both teams can't win. They put it all out there tonight. No doubt about that. Barry knocks it forward, but Rocca, who was in there, couldn't get more than a little tap on it, and Kaja Bazana's only a sophomore, but she's got plenty of experience in there tonight, and she's been so good in net, and helps both teams get their confidence up that there are some weaker teams like Pioneer LC, Healdsburg, and they can run up the score, get some less experienced players in, but just gain confidence for everybody in that. These teams are going to be pretty confident. They haven't not had a lot of losing this year. Annalee just one loss on the season to Powerhouse Maria Carrillo. Trojans only lost this to Annalee. They lost to Casa in their opening, which was just really a bad game in their first game, and a tough loss to Terra Linda 2-1. They blew a lead there. JV team has done really well. They were actually undefeated before their game today. They lost today 1-0. Their first loss of the year. So the JV girls soccer team, the future, is going to be good as well, but with only one senior on this team for the Trojans, they might still be on JV next year and continue to dominate. Trojans save it. Good effort there. Crysdale's done a good job. Left mid. Barry. Tried to get it to Herman, but too far and settling down. As if it was a war to trench warfare, it almost feels like right now. Both teams are starting to dig in right now. Who can find a crack, a sliver in these defenses, make the mistake or a moment of brilliance? Wonderful passing, except just could not be controlled by Zoe Frothinger, who I haven't seen a lot. She's defensive player. You don't know if you want her coming up on offense in this big moment. And who do you trust? Do you obviously trust Kendra Berry? Trojans have a lot of juniors that were played last year on varsity. Know these big moments. They get it to Rocca, and the save is made. Kaya Bazzano saves it for the Tigers. The pass was perfect to Rocca. They finally had built it up perfectly to the fastest player on the field. And Bazzano raced out and got it just before Rocca could get an easy chip into the open net. The instincts were perfect there to read that pass and know what she had to do. If she had stuck back there, Rocca could have easily slotted it away past her. Now Annalee trying to build on the momentum of the save, and it the other way. It's still loose, and then the field goal kick is good. Unfortunately for Annalee, that does not count as extra points. 6:30 to go here. But what a save. Will that be one we remember? Both keepers have been so good tonight, and they've been so good all season, and that might be the number one key of a great team. And football, it's your quarterback. It's point guard in basketball. It's the shortstop in baseball, and in soccer, it's the goalkeeper in the end. That's going to make the difference when the game's even. And that could be the difference here tonight, except both of what you can do, I can do better. They've stayed poised. They've battled through. Clara Garcia from Spain, the Trojans keeper. Kaya Bazzano for Annalee. Under 6 to go in regulation. Again, we'll head to overtime. If this isn't completed, if we completed 30 more minutes and there were still no goals, and one goal and it's over, it's a golden goal. But if there were still no goals, it would go down as a tie, and the Trojans do not want that because that would have them a half a game back of Annalee, and they would need the Tigers to lose to win the SCL title, would not be in control of their own destiny. And the Tigers' lack of scoring at points this year absolutely makes it possible. They could lose to Sonoma Valley, who challenged both the Trojans and the Tigers, and they could certainly lose to Sonoma Academy. Another cross, set in! It is loose and unable to be controlled by Maisie Butler, who's have some outstanding chances here in the second half. The corners have been wonderful all night, really, for the Trojans by the Tigers, but just haven't been able to go. And Trojans only one, I think, corner all night long, and the Tigers have frequented that spot. Good battle by Hazel. Try to get it out to Rocca on the run. Annalee was ready for that play. It's such a steeple in this Trojan offense. Hazel. Rocca got turned around, and she couldn't find it. 4:25 left here. could have a little stoppage time added on up to the ref's discretion. And still no goals, and now we have a Trojan, I believe that's Charlotte Crysdale, who's holding her shoulder. Yes. Crysdale holding her shoulder, or maybe her hip. She is in some pain. And we did see Barry, she hurt her right leg earlier, and you wonder if that affected her when she had that opportunity. She seemed like she was okay, but you never know. And Coach Babala is going to have to come out again for another injured Trojan. We could, again, see the Trojan bench, but they have Sydney Dennis, Francis Gogenhauer. They have a really revolving bench, a lot of strong players out there. Looks like it's Crysdale's shoulder that's bothering her, so you can see the Trojan bench here with plenty of options of players, and it looks like it's going to be Alondra Hernandez. About 100 fans have come out for this one, and they have watched a battle. It has been a good one, but neither team has separated itself. Well, Barrett kicked it. No, they did. That was a mistake whistle. Play is on. Hanley just sends it back. A little bit of miscommunication with Rocca there and Starkey, and it's going to be Annalie Ball. Jenkins is re-entered, and remember, she got hurt earlier, but she looks all right. She was limping. She has that cast on her right knee. Trojan ball again. 2:30. There's definitely going to be some stoppage time here. Some balls have gone out of bounds. We've had some shoes tied. We've had some injuries. Should be at least 2 minutes of stoppage time. Trojans have a chance here. You want just Kendra Berry with it and a chance to create because she's just that kind of player. And then a collision there with Rocca and Tannen Glunas. Haven't called her name all night. Sorry, how do you pronounce it? Tannen. My apologies. Trying to get it ahead to Barry. Oh, well done by Kendra Berry to win it back. She beats another Tiger. Now on the run. She's got Rocca to her right. She's knocked out. Are they not going to call it? They are not going to call it. Barry is in horrible pain. No foul. They had to stop it because Barry is hurt. I wasn't sure if there was a foul warranted there. You can always go back on the stream and see, but Trojans have racked up injuries tonight here on this cold night, and second time Barry, the captain's been down. Really a great move to get up there. She has played well through some challenges tonight. And that is the look of effort. No trainer out here, so whatever's hurting the coach is going to have to try to go back to their biology days in high school and college and try to figure out what's wrong. That's a discussion for another day where you should always have an athletic trainer out here, but concussions are so prominent in soccer. I know a JV boys soccer player on the Trojans got a concussion recently, so. Barry's sobbing, and I don't know if she's going to be able to get up. They're saying they might need a cart. Well, she'll see if she can get up. It's that, I think it's that left leg. Yeah, she cannot stand up right now. And this is not good to see. Kendra Berry in serious pain, and must be something with that left leg. She was limping earlier and causing issues, and now she might be done for the night. So this could take a little bit as they have to get a cart out to tend to Barry. Potentially carry off the field. I don't think she can walk right now. No, now they're going to try to get her up. She does get up. She's going to have to limp off. It is, yes, it's that left leg. She can barely put any weight on it at all. And the Trojan star captain might be wounded tonight, and now they're going to have to step up for their sort of a bizarre stoppage here with this pivotal point in the game, but hearts out for Kendra Berry, and you hope she is all right. to continue on in the future. Trojans still plenty more league games into February before the season ends, but the final matchup scheduled with the Tigers. Trojans' upcoming schedule, they will be home against El Molino on Monday. There'll be a big game at Sonoma Valley on Wednesday. That's a big one. They beat Sonoma Valley in overtime, 1-0 in that one. And then home against Sonoma Academy next Friday night at Lucchese, and they finish the next week against LC Allen and Healdsburg. The Sonoma Valley and Sonoma Academy games are the ones to circle. Trojans really dominated Sonoma Academy, but that's still a very talented Coyotes team there, and they're probably going to make some adjustments from their blowout loss earlier this week. And Sonoma Valley always gives the Trojans a problem, and even though they lost a lot of players from their championship team last year, they are the elite varsity girls soccer program. Barrett with a probing move. She really came out of her spot there, and that could have been dangerous if Annalee gotten some numbers here. We are into stoppage time. We could potentially have two 15-minute periods of overtime if we go on. A golden goal is awarded, so any goal that is scored would end it once we reach overtime, but at this point, any goal that is scored would win it. Trojans have controlled it last couple minutes. Crysdale's got it down. It is blocked. And everyone battling. You might not have a lot left now, but you might have to play 30 more minutes of soccer. Tigers move it forward. Neither team have been challenged. Not too many tight games for either team. Jenkins knocks it ahead. And miss hit. I don't think Rock ever got a foot on that. Barrett, though, has been misreliable tonight. She just clears it away, and Trojan ball. We're saying less than 1 minute left on his watch for regular time. Still, no one has put it in the back of the net. Tried to get it to Brown. Wasn't there. Well, read by Hazel to win it. And Trojans still trying to be patient here. Build the perfect attack. But they don't have Kendra Berry out there, who's sitting by the bench at the moment. Dangerously cleared. Pisano came way out. And there is the whistle. We have played 90 minutes of soccer here. And we still have no score. So we will have overtime in this pivotal almost SCL championship de facto game here. Trojans looking for their first SCL title since 2013. Annually looking for an SCL championship and potentially undefeated as well. These two elite teams, two of the top teams in NCS. They have battled, but 90 minutes was not enough. So we will go on here. Almost ready to go here. Start of the second half, and it is, my correction, not 15-minute halves, but 10-minute halves. So there are no goals through 10 minutes of the first overtime. We'd go to a second overtime for another 10 minutes. If we finish that, then these teams would have a scoreless draw, which would be a little bit disappointing, I think, almost for neither team to come out with the win. Nonetheless, it would be good for Annalee. They would maintain their lead up top SCL, and the Trojans would no longer control their own destiny to win league. However, Annalee still finishes with Sonoma Academy and Sonoma Valley at the end of their season. Could potentially lose both of those games. That is for 2 weeks. Trojans will start with the ball here. You know the nerves are out there now, but can they just focus in on what they need to do? Filter out all the noise, all the pressure of putting a banner up in the gym. Without their star captain, Kendra Berry, who's continuing just to sit by the bench. I'm not sure they ever got a cart for her. She's just been sitting there. I don't think they're really able to stand, and providing encouragement from there and leadership. That's all she could do! Oh, the deflection could have been huge. Hernandez won it, and it was a great opportunity for the Trojans. Oh, Crysdale tried to put some spin on that. Didn't work. Somehow Rocker ran it down. She just gets to everything sometimes with her speed. And all the way back to the keeper. The Trojans aren't going to rush it. They're going to continue a methodical attack. They've had it most of the night. There's been a couple times you'd like they'd have back. That was not an easy battle by Amanda Rocca back there to win it, and Annalie had it momentarily. And now they get it right back. It's fired, and Clara Garcia, cool, in the net. It wasn't the hardest save in the world, but it's a lot harder when you've played 95 minutes of soccer 0-0 in an almost a championship de facto game. Frothinger knocks it forward, but there was no one home that time for the Trojans. From Chip Castleberry Stadium, it's been a quiet but spirited evening for the fans, students, and supporters on both sides that have made it out. And they're into this one now, no doubt. Trying to get it ahead to Monka. Monka was looking for Hazel. Instead, she finds Hernandez. Rocca. Well, you were hoping for a funny bounce on this artificial turf cork field. It did not happen. But a good attack here and good pressure by the Trojans. Doesn't look like the nerves are too much out there. There's been a couple interesting moments on the defensive end. They've been able to survive all of them. Rock has done a really good job defensively. Trojans knock it forward again. Oh, well, won by Lauren Hazel. But again, the junior trying to stretch it. Monka so speedy, but that's pretty hard to get to. Tessa Barrett, so good tonight defensively, and you have to have stars defensively when you get a shutout against a quality team like the Tigers. They've done that. Guggenhauer in the middle! Well, that... Coach Babala happy with the effort right now. I don't know if that was the shot he wanted at the end of it, but this feels like the Trojans are putting together a strong push. And remember, they played an overtime game last week against Sonoma Valley, winning 1-0. Crysdale is hurt. And remember, she was hurt earlier. She's holding her stomach. I don't know, cramp, or she took a kick. Now she's down again. Number 6. Oh, she wins it. Oh, she's in horrible pain, and she won the ball. What effort. Now the Trojans with a chance with Hazel. She clears it. Crysdale should try to get a sub here, I think. If she can touch through this would be remarkable, but adrenaline does remarkable things here. Jenkins hasn't done a whole lot in this one. They really tried to go to her in the first half, but went through some injuries in the second half, really shut her down to the Trojans. Annalie's been a little bit more methodical, hope for some lucky bounces, and boy, if they almost got them. Wonderful defense. Crysdale looks fine now. Trying to get it to Claire Brown, leading goal scorer, hasn't done a lot. Jenkins has 3 goals, and then that field goal kick is, well, that time it was wide right. Annalie with a little bit of a response. And poor Clara Garcia is going to have to run all the way back to the end of this track. It's an interesting way they constructed this early the entire athletic field. You can see behind that tall fence is the baseball field. The softball field is tucked away really in a different part of the school next to the tennis courts. It's a really nice looking school. Really vintage looking. Was also, I believe, the main high school filmed for the recent movie 13 Reasons Why. Trojan ball there, Monka and Megan Lucas, who's played well tonight. Megan Lucas and Maisie Butler stepped up in the second half when Jenkins was quiet. They've led the offensive attack, and they're going to actually rule it. Annalie ball here. Under 5 to go here in the first overtime period. No score. Can the Trojans get revenge on Annalie, get into first place in SCL, and be just 4 games away from an SCL title, their first since 2013, or will they fall short tonight of that lofty goal and have to hope that Sonoma, one of the Sonoma schools, Sonoma Valley, Sonoma Academy, could sneak up on Annalie. Oh, this is good movement here. Oh, bend it like Beckham, but you don't want to bend it 2 feet outside the goal. The spin there was wonderful by Hausman, but she was just way too far out to take that, even with the spin, and Garcia handled it with ease. Out, Trojan ball. I'm going to go quickly now Well, the Trojans are going to be a little bit more aggressive. They cannot. I mean, they can take a tie, but they would be an extremely disappointing result to their SCL title goals. Next year it won't be easy for them, and they head into the Vine Valley League, such big schools, but they did play American Canyon, which will be one of the teams in their new league next year, and defeated them 2-1, non-league. We got Vintage Napa as well, as Bazzano's done a really good job of just clearing in and coming out at the right moments. Rock had a really good look when they crossed it to her, and Bazzano came out and dived on it before Rock could get a shot. That and Barry were two fantastic opportunities for the Trojans tonight, but unable to convert in either of them, and that's why we're still playing here. Just over the head of Hazel, who's really been the focal point. Kendra Berry's night is done. She can barely walk on her right leg. Not sure what she did to it, but obviously affecting her. Knocks it forward. That was very hard to be handled by Frothinger, but gosh, that's just not a smart decision. And that Garcia, for some reason, didn't dive on it initially. Hausman came in. Not a smart decision by Maisie Butler, though, to shoot it from there. She ran into the box there. Had some numbers. You never know. Wow. Key moments and staying lucid in your brain and clear and understanding what your role is. What's the best way to score? Is it here with Hazel? She gets by one defender. She's an athletic player. To Guggenhauer, another junior. Trojans maintain it. 2 minutes to go here in this first overtime period. It is sudden death. Sent across. Well, one mistake by the keeper like Bazzano there, and this game is over, but the keepers haven't shown a sign of making a mistake. The offense is going to have to develop, and it's going to have to win it. Or these keepers are going to result to a 0-0 shutout. Hazel is really everywhere on the field right now. Barrett comes up, and she's done a fantastic job tonight. Crysdale pokes it out. Will stay in a lead ball. 12-3 on the season of the Trojans. Annalee has only lost once all season long. 11-1-2, 2 draws in non-league play. A really good battle there by Francis Guggenhauer. And then Monka was doing battle with Lucas. Stays Trojan ball. They're trying to hurry here. They got 1 minute left. Probably not going to get any stoppage time here. So as soon as that horn sounds or the whistle blows, that will do it. Won by Crysdale. Back to Hazel. Hernandez. Where is Melissa Rocca? Oh, what a move by Alondra Hernandez. You want to get it to Rocca with her speed. It's poked out. If the Trojans have an opportunity to score here, the refs will hold on to their whistle, but the Trojans need to race over and get this ball in as soon as possible in case the refs side time's up. Nervous energy now filling the stadium. It's more of a field, but officially named Chip Castleberry Stadium. The throw-in. Rocca trying to keep it in. Stays Trojan ball. Annalee is furious. Trojans are going to try to throw it in, but they're going to blow the whistle. And we have played another 10 minutes. And we still see no balls in the back of the net. We'll have another quick break. And then 10 more minutes to see if either team can get a victory here tonight. Trojan supporters trying to cheer them on. It's been a battle here tonight. Who can close it out? You wonder what Coach Deegan Babal is saying to the Trojan squad. Do they have a play they practice that they've maybe worked up and trying to get ready? You see Kendra Berry. She's, I've lost her now. She was on the left there, and she was able to stand up. There she is. Clearly in a lot of pain, but she's still supporting the team. But her night is done. The Trojans are going to have to find offense without their top goal scorer. They'll switch sides here. And we'll have 10 more minutes to see if either team can put it in the back of the net. Trojans were the better team in that first 10 minutes of overtime. But the Tigers have their opportunities, and this game really has been even, and it would seem appropriate to finish as a tie the way this one has gone. And you say you wish neither team could lose tonight. Well, that could be the possibility, but as we've again said, the Trojans would be the true losers in the standings if they lose this game tonight as a result of their 2-1 loss as they give it up. Monka knocked ahead. Rucka could not get there. Oh, almost a disastrous turnover there. Monka's really a good look to Rucka. Just overshot her. She's so fast. It's like, well, if I throw it out to Melissa Rucka, she might be able to get anything. As now Jenkins is the other way. Chloe Garcia's got to hustle back into position. She was pretty far out. Minganum and Barrett trying to get back. And then Jenkins just, you lose your cool. And we've seen that on both sides where they've just totally lost their patience here, knowing the pivotal moment and just not the smart pass, especially on the Annalise side. Both teams have been patient for so much. Patient aggressiveness, but not now. Trying to get it to Monka. She can't get there. And a late tackle there. It will stay Trojan ball. Zoe Frothinger, the sophomore battle, and you have a couple sophomores out there who are making an impact, but mostly returning juniors that are out there that are going to trying to lead the Trojans to victory. 8:25 and counting. Well, there will be no more time after that. Feels like these teams could go on forever, and it might be Monday morning and they still haven't scored. Try to get it to Jenkins. Garcia just enjoys making it a little bit closer than it could have. She really stayed back there, but handles it with ease. Tigers win another goal kick. It's been maybe the biggest issue all night for the Trojans, besides a couple lapses defensively, but haven't cost them. And, of course, the obvious finishing offensively. Both teams have not been able to beat the keeper. And again, try Jenkins. Buchanan and Jenkins are going to call it, and Sarah Buchanan is not happy about that call, and I understand that there. Both players were really battling for it. You could argue if the players crash to the ground, you got to call it one way, and you're going to call the foul on the defensive player if you're going to call it. But this gives a very dangerous position here for Clunas with the free kick, who, mentioned, has not gotten a lot of action tonight. Trojans building a wall in front. It is blocked by the wall. Rebound! Clara Garcia with the save! And then she somehow lost it! The Tigers had a chance to put it back, and Clara Garcia saved it! The best chance of the night for either team! Clara Garcia is slapping tens with the team! I forgot to run camera there for a moment, so exciting! We're gonna get a corner kick. The Trojans need to settle down. This place lost it on both sides. Oh my goodness. Tigers have been great on corners all night. This one harmlessly goes through. See if the Trojans can clear it. It's the perfect setup by the Tigers to that. Back in. Dangerous and unable to be handled. The Tigers are not happy. They want a call there. They thought that Jenna Copeland was being held. But you cannot give a penalty kick and decide this game. It's just not. Unless it's blatant, and there was nothing blatant there. What a save by Clara Garcia, though. And then she almost gave it up. She somehow had it in her hands, lost it, and Annalie got a foot on it, and then she grabbed it back. It's sort of seen that a couple times where it seems like she has it, it should control it, and then she just makes it more interesting. And there she had everyone jumping out of their seats. And somehow the ball did not find the back of the net. It felt like there's been a repulsive force at points, pushing out from the nets and not letting anything cross that line. 5:30 left here in the second overtime period. Now Tigers with a little bit of momentum right now. Can the Trojans answer? Muganum can't handle it. Barrett will just clear it away. It's been a valiant effort by the defense tonight for the Trojans. They've been under attack at times. Tigers have lost barrages. Can they get a counterattack with Hazel here? She just pokes it back to Muganum. The Tigers are able to get back defensively now. Looking for Rocca. She's speedy. Oh, what a great play by Bazzano to come out. Rocca had won the run there. Very dangerous, and that is the dangerous of Melissa Rocca. She can outrun anybody. Hernandez has played really well. She came in for the injured Kendra Berry, and she has looked inspired by her injured captain, who has had to resort to watching from the bench with a right leg injury. We are under halfway through this final half. Rocca heads it up. Monka says Goggenauer can take it. And now Crysdale. Hazel couldn't keep it. They've developed it, but just can't finish. Jenkins on the run. Clara Garcia has it short, and Jenkins cannot handle it. Words are hard to explain what is happening in these last final moments here. Garcia was hesitant. She was a little bit tentative, but it deflected on her, and Zaya Jenkins wasn't the most confident there either. Garcia had to make a choice. She decided to go out. And she held on. Annalie has the momentum here. Right now the Trojans just want to hold on. Counterattacks, though, can be something potential too. Barrett pokes it out, but now Lambert, pokes it out. But another corner kick for Annalie, and they have had so many corner kicks tonight. It's close to double digits at this point. Can they convert, though, on one? A low liner, and that was probably one of the worst corners of the night by the Tigers. Sent in dangerously off the post. Rebound. It's still loose. That deflects off Hernandez. Oh my goodness. It was just a floater there. Annalie is rushing because they have all the momentum right now. It just popped in the air and hit the top of the post. Garcia's not the tallest player. A ball can slip it behind her. This one slips in, and Tessa Lambert just clears it away. And then Charlotte Crysdale clears it. And if the Trojans have to tie, they will. Rocca still going for the win. If there had been someone in the middle, this is very dangerous to come out and get it. By Bazzano, we're going back and forth. This is epic madness right now. 2:20 and counting. They get it ahead to Jenkins. The Tigers now. A battle. Who are they going to call it? It is going to be Tiger Ball. Hazel was back there battling with Maisie Butler, who's been very good tonight for Annalie. So many talented players on the Tigers. There's a reason they have 11 wins. They only have 1 loss on the season. They do not lose. They find a way. And you've seen that tonight. Trojans wanted a handball. They don't call it. And now they just clear it away. That might be the strategy at this point, unless they can really control it or get a turnover. Hernandez has done well. Cannot control it. And Crysdale diving on the ground just to push it forward. All your effort, everything you have left can be pushed out now because there is very little time left in this one. What a thriller this has been. Been a pleasure to bring it to you. Rocca. Oh, she looked like she was pushed down. No call on either side. Sort of surprised you don't have a call. They're going to rule advantage, I think. And then Lambert just had to poke it out. And we're going to reach the 1 minute mark. They stopped the countdown clock on the scoreboard. It's up to the ref now. Another chance for Annalie to flex out, and we're going to see another corner kick. Oh my goodness, Annalie has to hurry. This ball going all the way back to the fence. At this point, the Trojans need to survive here. And it's just clearing the ball away. Gotta be strong clears. They've been so good defensively. Over the middle. They have just clogged up lanes. Another chance, McGinnim heads it away. Another header by Sarah McGinnim. She comes up big there defensively, and diving is Hazel to poke it away. They're going to rule it Annalie ball to the Trojans' frustration. The clock is at 20 now. The Tigers have to hurry. Hernandez, if she could just boot it downfield, you could practically get a tie, but Rocca ran right into her clear. One final chance, down to 7 seconds. It's poked out. 3 seconds. She must shoot. And it is over. That is it. This one is over. No score. 0-0. Unbelievable stuff here tonight. Unbelievable battle. Clara Garcia saved the game for the Trojans in those final minutes. Annalee came on with a barrage that we had not seen all night long, and somehow Clara Garcia and this Trojan defense kept them out. Well, they would have liked a victory tonight to put them in first place. A tie puts them half a game back. They're not in control of their own destiny anymore, but they have to be proud of the effort tonight. They wish they could have finished, but they're going to be fans of Sonoma Academy and Sonoma Valley when they face the Tigers in the last week of the season. They still have a shot at the SCL title, and they have to be very happy with their performance tonight. We're going to head down on the field and get interviews. Those are coming up next.
That was unbelievable, especially those final 5 to 10 minutes. Daniel DeCarli is joining me. That overtime, especially that frantic finish there, that was crazy, wasn't it?
I mean, that was probably the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I've been on this planet 25 years.
How about the Trojan defense there, and they able to hold down the Tigers with that barrage?
All I gotta say is shout out number 22 on Annalee.
Well, the Trojans find a way to get the tie tonight. They would have liked the victory. However, there's absolutely a chance that Sonoma Academy or Sonoma Valley can knock off the Tigers. If the Trojans can win out, they're SCL champions. At the moment, they're a half game back. They have to be proud of their effort tonight. They just could not find a goal when they needed it. But a fantastic effort. All right, we're going to get interviews. Clara Garcia, join us first. A remarkable effort by the Trojans goalkeeper tonight, and you were under a barrage for a lot of the night, especially those last 5 minutes. How were you able to keep the ball out of the net?
I just have an amazing defense, and we're an amazing team.
And there was a lot of pressure on you, especially a lot of balls getting crossed in on the defense. How are you guys able to sustain that high level intensity and not crack when Annalee has such a point in offense?
We just practice a lot and try not to crack, like you said, and try our best.
And how is, as a defense, you guys have been able to maintain an outstanding performance? You've given up 1 goal in 3 weeks now. How have you gained this confidence, and how do you want to maintain that?
We're always at practice, shooting and scoring, and the team is amazing.
And you are a transfer student from Spain, that is correct. And what has that experience been like for you joining a team of players that you've just met?
I love it, and I love all the team. The girls are super nice, and they'll help me a lot.
What has that chemistry been like developing with people that you from a completely different country?
At first, it was difficult, but then I get used to it, so it's good.
Finally, what are the differences in football in Spain compared to soccer here in the U.S., and how have you maybe adapted to that?
There are not many differences. They're almost the same, just 1 or 2.
Okay, thank you, Clara.
Thanks.
We are here with Tessa Lambert, one of the team captains on the Trojans after the 0-0 draw here tonight. And you were one of the players that was having to hold taut on that line as Annalee launched a barrage, especially in those last 5 minutes. What was that those last 5-10 minutes, panic minutes like? This place was going nuts.
Well, a lot of pressure. We needed a win to get in first place. So we needed a shutout and we needed to score, which didn't happen, but a tie's better than a loss, so we did well.
And how were you guys able to keep confident? And there's a lot of pressure, especially when it points. Annalee launched these almost systematic 10-minute spurts where they were so aggressive, and it seemed like they were bound to score.
Well, I think we're all really close as a team, so we all kind of worked for each other, worked well together, and kept each other calm. We knew what we had to do, and I think we got it done.
You guys were unable to score tonight, and Annalee, an outstanding defense as well, but you guys have a couple more big SCL games, still a shot at the SCL title. How do you guys put some balls in the back of the net?
I think we need to keep working hard in training, especially on the attacking side of things. But just more shots, take more chances, and just hope for the best.
That was Tessa Lambert and Clara Garcia after the Trojan defense, an outstanding effort. Those last 5 to 10 minutes were remarkable. Really some of the most exciting things you'll see in sports. With that barrage by Annalee, and somehow the Trojans kept it out. Clara Garcia, some amazing saves, held on. So much pressure in this one. The Trojans needed a win to get in first place, but they get the tie. It's still a fantastic effort, just not able to score, but these teams were so even tonight, and the Trojans still have a shot at their first SCL title since 2013. It was a thrilling game. We really appreciated bringing it to you. You can watch the full game right here on our YouTube channel, plus check out all of the other Varsity Girls soccer games, boys basketball, girls basketball, including don't miss our live streams coming up Monday night, Varsity boys basketball against Pioneer at 7, and then the Varsity wrestling team takes on Annalee and senior night at 6. Thank you for tuning in. What a thriller here tonight. No goals, but it couldn't have been more exciting. Final score, Petaluma Trojans 0, Annalee Tigers 0 after they played double overtime, 120 minutes of soccer, and we love to bring it to you. This Varsity Girls soccer team, a lot of fun to cover. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, everyone.